That can of tuna sitting in your pantry right now. You probably think it came from Australian waters, maybe even caught by Aussie fishermen off the coast of Port Lincoln. Here is the truth. Not a single can of tuna on Australian supermarket shelves is canned in this country. The last Australian tuna cannery closed in 1999. Every single tin you pick up has been processed overseas, mostly in Thailand. Thailand's fishing industry has been linked to some of the worst human rights abuses on the planet. Forced labour, human trafficking, workers held captive on boats for years, beatings, starvation, workers thrown overboard when they became sick. In 2015, more than 2,000 workers, mostly from Myanmar and Cambodia, were found held captive on the Indonesian island of Benjina. They were forced to work under slave conditions on Thai fishing boats. The European Union issued Thailand a yellow card warning. The United States downgraded Thailand to Tier 3, the lowest possible status for human trafficking. And yet 75% of the seafood Australians consume is imported. Much of it comes from these same supply chains. Let me show you 6 tuna brands you need to avoid and why. Number 1, John West. The biggest seller in Australia. You probably grew up with that slogan. The fish John West rejects makes John West the best. In 1997, the federal court found John West's owner guilty of misleading and deceptive conduct. They ran television commercials showing tuna being caught at Port Lincoln in South Australia. The problem was that the tuna was actually caught outside Australian waters and processed in Thailand. The court ordered an injunction. For 2 years, they were banned from claiming their tuna was Australian unless they also disclosed it was imported. John West Australia is owned by Simplot, a US conglomerate worth over $3 billion. Your money flows straight to American shareholders while Thai workers process the fish. To their credit, John West has since partnered with the Marine Stewardship Council. But that federal court case tells you everything about what these companies are willing to do when nobody is watching. Number 2, Green Seas. This one makes me genuinely angry. Green Seas was once a proud Australian brand. The cannery at Eden on the New South Wales south coast operated for decades. Local fishermen, local jobs, Australian tuna. Then Heinz closed the Eden cannery in 1999 and moved everything to Thailand. It is now owned by Kraft Heinz, the giant American food corporation. But here is the worst part. In 2012, Green Seas was the first major brand to promise they would stop using fish aggregating devices by 2015. Fish aggregating devices are floating rafts that attract tuna, but they also kill massive amounts of sharks, turtles, and juvenile fish as bycatch. Green Seas promised to stop using them, then they simply did not. By 2017, Green Seas had dropped to dead last in Greenpeace's sustainability rankings, the only brand that abandoned its commitment entirely. Over 18,000 Australians emailed Woolworths demanding they pull Green Seas from shelves. Woolworths scheduled an emergency meeting with Kraft Heinz. They made promises again. But this is a company that already showed us what their promises are worth. Many Australians hear this information and feel frustrated, but few actually change how they shop. If something shifted inside you just now, you might be ready for more than just awareness. You might be ready for complete transformation in how you feed your family. The Secret Aussie Food Survival Guide is not just information. It is your roadmap to becoming the kind of shopper who sees through every misleading label, every foreign-owned brand hiding behind Australian imagery, every trick the food giants use to take your money overseas. This is your chance to rewrite your family's food story entirely. Every aisle, every product category, every Aussie alternative laid out clearly. The link is waiting in the first pinned comment below, but it will not remain there forever. Number 3, Woolworths home brand. It was ranked number 9 out of 10 brands by Greenpeace and rated very poor. Their tuna comes from Thailand. The bigger issue is transparency. When Choice investigated sustainability claims on Australian seafood, they found Woolworths home brand tuna lacked sufficient evidence to support their environmental claims. Poor traceability, vague sustainability policies, and no real way of knowing how that fish was caught or by whom. Number 4, Sol Mare. It is owned by the Valmobita family, the same family behind Serena. It was ranked dead last alongside Green Seas in multiple Greenpeace assessments. Sol Mare had no publicly available sustainability policy. When brands refuse to tell you where their fish comes from or how it was caught, that silence tells you everything. Number 5, Aldi's store brand. Aldi ranked number 6 in sustainability assessments. Not terrible, but here is the issue. Their tuna uses yellowfin, a species that marine experts say you should eat less of because populations are declining. Their sourcing claims were not backed up by effective third-party audits. When a brand makes promises but refuses independent verification, treat those promises with extreme skepticism. Number 6, any brand that hides the fishing method. If you pick up a can and cannot find the species name or the fishing method, put it back. Some labels just say Thunus. That means they are not telling you which species. If it does not clearly state pole and line, troll caught, or that it is free of fish aggregating devices, assume the worst. Companies that fish responsibly want you to know about it. Silence is a red flag. So what should you actually buy? Safcol. This is the gold standard, founded in 1945 by South Australian fishermen. They were the first mainstream brand in 2012 to commit to 100% pole and line caught tuna. While Greenseas was breaking promises, Safcol was keeping them. Third place in Greenpeace rankings, MSC certified. Strong human rights policies for their supply chain. Fish forever. Consistently ranked number 1 by Greenpeace. Excellent traceability and sustainability practices. Look for the blue MSC fish tick. Marine Stewardship Council certification means independent scientists have verified the fishery is sustainably managed. Over half of canned tuna sold in Australia now carries this label. Choose skipjack tuna over yellowfin or albacore. Skipjack has lower mercury levels and healthier population numbers. And check the fishing method. Pole and line or hand line means one fish at a time, minimal bycatch, more jobs for fishing communities. Here is the bottom line. John West misled Australians about where their tuna came from and got caught by the federal court. Greenseas closed Australian canneries, shipped jobs to Thailand, then broke their sustainability promises. Supermarket home brand tuna lacks transparency about supply chains linked to forced labour. The tuna industry has improved since the slavery scandals broke. But improvement is not the same as fixed. Your purchasing power matters. When 18,000 Australians emailed Woolworths about Greenseas, things changed within weeks. Every can of Safcol or Fish 4 ever you buy sends a message. Every John West or Greenseas you leave on the shelf sends another. And check that pinned comment for the secret Aussie food survival guide. It is everything you need to take back control of your trolley. Choose Australian values. Choose transparency. Choose sustainability. Your grandchildren deserve oceans with fish still in them.